Good evening, respected parents and my beloved students. I am Ifatik here with you. Hope you all are good in health by the invisible mercy of our Creator. Before starting the class, I would like to thank the respected guardians who proposed this highly appreciative step to conduct online classes. And I would also like to thank the Honorable Authority for taking initiatives to give this proposal a real structure. And I also thank my dear students for being so much cooperative. My today's lecture is on adjective for the students of class 6. But I believe this lecture will also be helpful for the students of other classes if you have the topic in your syllabus. So let's start. Okay, now here I have written 6 examples. I would like to request you to look at the red colored words only and just the word before after the colored words. In number 1, this is faithful, and in number 2, it is all. Alright, so after this word faithful, we have a noun which is animal. Again, in number 2, after the word all, we have another noun which is members. Number 3, same thing, which is after 53, we have a noun which is movie. Then in number 4 example, again the same thing, which is after many, we have a noun which is people. So we are actually discussing about the word which we actually place before the noun, alright, and it gives us more information about the noun, describe the noun elaborately. So these sentences that describe the noun or the pronoun or give more information about noun or pronoun informally are called describing words, and in formal language we can describe it, or in grammar term we can call it adjective. So our today's topic is adjective. And now the classification of adjective. So here in number 1, 2 and 3 we have some examples like the dog is a faithful animal. So the word faithful is in red color. It means your main focus will be the word faithful. So here the word faithful is actually giving further information about the animal, about the noun. Okay, so it indicates the quality of the animal. Okay, so that's why it is called adjective of quality. The next in number 2, all members must submit the report. It means that the quantity, it indicates, this word all indicates the quantity. This type of words like all, some, no, more, few, several. So these are the words that gives us the impression of quantity. So that's why we call it adjective of this verse gives us the concept of quantity. So that's why we call it the adjective of quantity. Next one, I would like to request you to look at examples number A, B and C. In example number A, it is written that Leonardo acted in 53 movies and the focus word is 53. In number 2, it is written Romeo and Juliet was his first movie. The focus word is first. Number C, he acted in double role in the movie The Man in the Iron Mask and the focus word is double. And if we look at these words like 53, first, double, after all these words, after all these red colored words, we have a noun, right? Like movies, like movie, then role. And these words give you the exact number. So we can call it definite numeral adjective. It means we are talking about numeral adjective, a kind of adjective, classification of adjective. And numeral adjective can be of two types, which is definite numeral adjective and indefinite numeral adjective. The adjectives that numeral adjectives that will give you the exact number or exact stage or exact times of a number of noun, then we can call it definite numeral adjectives. And definite numeral adjectives, if it gives the idea of a specific number, like in example number A, it is 53, the exact number, so we call it cardinal adjective. Then in number B, first movie, it gives us the idea of stage or level, so we call it ordinal adjective. And then in number C, it is double role, giving us the impression or the idea of times of number of noun, so we call it multiplicative adjective. And now in example number 2, which is written COVID-19 has killed many people. So here the number of people is not given, the number of dead people is not given, it is written many. So you cannot identify how many people were there, right? So it can be 10, can be 15, can be more than 10 or 15. So the word many doesn't give any specific idea about the number, so that's why this is called indefinite adjective. So next, just look at the examples given in number A, B, C, D and E. The first one is, this artifact was found in Pompeii. Each child is unique. Stay at your home to fight the pandemic. What color do you like the most? And I know what country attracts you most. Alright, so we know that these words, these, each, your, what are actually pronoun. But here in these sentences, these words are placed just before the noun. That's why they are considered adjective. Suppose in the first word, number A, artifact is a noun and the word these is just before the word noun artifact. So that's why we considered it demonstrative adjective. The other examples of demonstrative adjective can be these, that, those, such, the same, etc. Next one, each child, we know that the word each is actually a distributive pronoun, but here in this sentence, as it is placed before the noun child, that's why we consider it distributive adjective. Next one, stay at your home. Again, your, the word your, we know that this is personal pronoun, but here it is placed because of the placement of the word. It means the word is placed before the noun home. We called it possessive adjective. Some example of possessive adjectives can be their, her, his, is, etc. And next, which is what color do you like most? Here the word what is used to ask question, make question, right? So this word like what, whose, which, so these words which follows which follows a noun after it. If it follows a noun after it, like here we have color after what, so that's why we call it interrogative adjective. In the next sentence, I know what country attracts you the most. Here the word what is not used for making any question, right? So here we actually have two parts of the sentences, like I know and a country attracts you most, right? So these two fractions of the sentences, parts of the sentences, or these two clauses are actually joined with the word what, right? So in this case, this word what is considered relative adjective. Some other examples of relative adjective can be that, which, etc. Next one, just an overview, which is the classification of adjective. Adjectives are divided initially in 4 categories, which is adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, and then pronominal adjective. Then adjective of number can be divided into 2 categories, which is definite numeral adjective and indefinite numeral adjectives. Definite numeral adjectives are divided into 3 categories, which is cardinal adjectives, ordinal adjectives, and multiplicative adjective. Again, number 4, pronominal adjective is divided into 5 categories, which are a demonstrative adjective, distributive adjective, possessive adjective, interrogative adjective, and relative adjective. And we have gone through all the examples, and we already have the idea of all the types of the adjectives, so we would like to move on. Okay, so here we will read about, or we will learn about some other adjectives. Like if you look at these focus words, red words like Chinese, very, own. Let's talk about the number one example. This is a Chinese restaurant, right? We know that Chinese, this word is proper noun. This word is proper noun, but because of the placement of this proper noun, as it is before the word restaurant, before a noun, describe the word restaurant, describe the noun, so that's why we consider it proper adjective. Next two examples, in number 2 write it happened on that very day. The word is very, the focus word is very, and the next one is I saw it with my own eyes, right? And the focus word is own. So we use this very and own to emphasize anything. So when we use this very and own to emphasize anything and it follows a noun, then we call it emphasizing adjective. Next one, in number 3, we have the focus word like bloodthirsty and one-eyed. Okay, the Tudors were bloodthirsty kings. So blood and thirsties, it is one word, but it is actually a combination of two words. Two words together make one word, right? So this type of word, this type of adjectives, we consider them compound adjective where two words are joined together. Again, like bloodthirsty, updated, one-eyed, these words. Okay, so next one. Like what okay. So this word, what shame is it? It is. What shame is it is. So here the what is actually used to express surprise, right? It is exclamatory sentence, and the word what is used to express surprise. So in this sort of sentences here, the word what is considered as exclamatory adjective. Next one, we have the degrees of adjectives. Suppose in the first sentence, Joy is brave boy. Joy is braver than any other boy in the class. It means in the second sentence, we are comparing Joy with other boys. And in the third sentence, Joy is bravest boy in the class. It means we are giving him the supreme position, highest position. No one is as no other boy is as brave as Joy. So we're giving him the highest position. So here, the first one, brave, it is called positive degree. The second one, braver, it is comparative degree. And the third one, bravest, which is superlative degree. For making these adjectives, positive to comparative or superlative, we usually add er or and est with the base word. Suppose in the example we can find that the base word kind is given, and if we just add er with the base word, it means kinder, then it will be the comparative degree of the word, and if we just add est, it will be the superlative degree of the adjective. Next one, beautiful. For beautiful, we will just add more or less beautiful. It is like for making it comparative, we add more or less, and for making it superlative degree, we add most or least beautiful. Now we have a simple task for you, which is I have written 5 examples here. Now what we need to do, we need to identify and classify the adjectives. This is very hard. It's not very hard, it's very simple. So what will you do? It is very simple. 5 words are given here. 5 sentences are given here. So what will you do? For writing the answers, you will just go to the comment section. You will write down your answer and write down your answer in the comment section. That's it. Or you can also write it in your copy and take a photograph and attach it in the comment section. These are also all right. It's your wish. Okay, so that's all for today. uh, take care of yourself, take care of your family, eat healthy, stay at home. So goodbye.